Well, hello ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to GrizzlyBearSims YouTube channel, and welcome back to another Courseplay tutorial. Now, if you watched my previous Courseplay tutorial, you know that we set up how to mow the grass here on field number 4, and this is our Pine Cove Valley farm map that we've been playing, okay? So basically, half of the work is already done, and I'll tell you a little bit more about what I mean by that in just a few minutes. But what we need to do is we need to set up a course on how we will accomplish picking up the grass and taking the grass over to our storage silo. So what we're going to do is we're going to bring up Courseplay. We're going to use the exact same profile down here, which is the fieldwork profile. It's the little squiggly line with the gear and the hammer and the wrench. And we're going to do start course recording. And we're basically going to drive to our farm, into our farm silo. So I'm kind of coming around this direction because I sort of like to try to keep my Courseplay courses all kind of going in the same direction. That will sort of minimize having any issues, especially if I'm going to use multiple tractors and multiple tippers or multiple forage wagons. And in the next video that I show you, we'll actually be using multiple tractors, multiple tippers in how we accomplish picking up the grass, but that is the other video. So what we're going to do is we're going to just drive through here, and I'm going to try to stick to the far right hand side as much as possible, just because again I do plan to record multiple or have multiple tractors and multiple tippers running. So basically I'm just going to jump in the cab so I can see just a little bit better. We're going to drive over the tip point there. We don't have to stop, we can just keep going, and we'll come right up our hill here and then basically head back to the field. Now again, this is just half of the work that we have to do, but the other half is already done for us. And again, I will kind of tell you what I mean by that in just a few minutes once we get back to the field. So I'm just going to come back around this direction here, trying to stay on the roads as much as possible just to keep from driving over the grass and ruining the grass verge here, because if we do need more grass or need hay or whatever, we can always mow that and cut that. And it looks like it has grown back from the last time that we actually mowed and cut that area. And then I'm just going to come back along this direction here, and again I'm trying to follow or stay on the edge here just so that I don't continue to wear out the grass. And then we'll come up and we'll basically, I'd say about right here is fine. We will go ahead and do our stop course, and we can go ahead and save this. And I think what I want to do, I had actually tested this just a few moments ago, so we're actually going to delete that one. That's the one that I had tested, I had saved, and so we're going to basically resave this course here, and it's going to be F4 grass to silo, okay? And we'll go ahead and save that. And then what we want to do here is we want to go ahead and just kind of X out of that and cancel that course. Now, I told you just a few minutes ago that our work was kind of halfway done, and it really is. So what we want to do is we want our tractor and our tipper to basically follow the course that we had already created with the Corona Big M in how it mowed this field. And that course is already set and it's already saved. We called it Field 4 mow southeast to north 14 meters times 0 headlands. So we're going to add that course. Now what we need to do next is we need to merge our Field 4 grass to silo. To that, it will append the course at the end. Okay, so now we have two combined courses. All right, so we can go over here and we can turn on 4-wheel drive again just to kind of help things out, and we're going to go first waypoint. And what will happen is our tractor and our tipper will proceed to our waypoint just ahead, and then he will automatically turn the forage harvester or forage wagon on, lower the pickup, and off he will go. Let's watch that happen. Now the really awesome thing about this particular Courseplay option is that when the tractor and the tipper fills up with grass, and it looks like he's at 30%, so we're getting a pretty good yield off this field, he will automatically, or maybe I should say auto-magically, turn off the forage wagon, lift the pickup, and he will go to the end of the field and he will pick up the second course, which is the course that we recorded that takes him around to the silo. He will dump the grass and he will proceed back to this field where he will pick up where he left off automatically and continue picking up the grass from this field. So I'm going to do an edit here in just a moment, and I will see you once he leaves the field and begins on the second course. Okay, so as you can tell, our tractor and our tipper has picked up the waypoint for the second course, and our tractor and our tipper, or our tractor and our forage harvester will just drive the course around to the silo. And I will perform an edit, and I'll see you when he reaches the silo. Okay, we've reached our tip trigger, so the tractor has slowed down, and he will proceed over the tip trigger, and he will empty the grass into the silo. Forage harvest wagon has been emptied, and he will now drive back to the field and resume where he left off, and I will see you once we get back to the grass field. Alright, so our tractor and our forage harvest wagon has finished that second course, and it has proceeded all by itself into the grass field. Now, of course, this is not an ideal situation because we are potentially causing a little bit of damage to our grass, but if you could sort of imagine if we had the forage or if we had the mower continuing to run, he would have probably already had cut this portion of the field based on where I set the start and the stop point. So kind of keep that in mind, and if you will, set the start point for the second course and the stop point of the second course somewhat in the area that the field has already been mowed, then it'll help mitigate some of the damage that the tractor and the forage wagon will cause to the grass as it drives over the field. And of course, he automatically lines back up with his task where he left off, and he's reaching the edge of the field here where he will pick up he picked up the pickup, and he's backing up, and he or she should then pull forward and get lined back up automatically, because it's all based on the measurements and the working width and everything from the other course. So it's a little bit slow process, but as you could imagine, this will certainly allow you to do other things while he or she is picking up this grass for you. And of course, they will should back up to the edge of the field. And he or she does a much better job backing up than I certainly do, especially while I'm talking. And once it reaches the edge of the field, they should drop the pickup and then of course proceed, and picking everything up, not losing a bit of grass there. So this Courseplay course would go ahead and continue to rinse and repeat until it completed all of the grass pickup for this field. How cool is that? Alright, well, make sure you tune in for sort of the part 3 to this whole adventure, where we're going to do something a little bit different in picking up the grass from our grass field. And of course, this is the procedure or the process that we'll actually be using in the episode of Pine Cove Farm once we actually start mowing this particular field. So you'll want to make sure that you tune in for that. Thank you so much for watching. I do appreciate it. Hope you're learning something from my tutorials. Please tell your friends all about it and come back and see us very soon. We'd love to have you. Take care now. Bye-bye.